If that were a real sword, you'd be dead. Lord Snow here grew up in a castle, spitting down on the likes of you. Pip, do you think Ned Stark's bastard bleeds like the rest of us? Ah, bam. Oh. Whoosh. Whoa. Next. Oh. Oh. Well, Lord Snow, it appears you're the least useless person here. You broke my nose, bastard. It's an improvement. If we dropped you from the wall, I wonder how long it would take you to hit the ground. I wonder if they would find you before the wolves did. Greek. What are you looking at, Halfman? I'm looking at you. Very distinct faces, all of you. What do you care about our faces? I think they would look marvelous decorating spikes at King's Landing. Perhaps I'll write to my sister, the Queen, about it. We'll talk later, Lord Snow. Everybody knew what this place was, and no one told me. No one but you. My father knew, and he left me to rot at the wall all the same. Gren's father left him too. Pip was caught stealing a wheel of cheese. What fascinating stories we all have. They hate me because I'm better than them. It's a lucky thing none of them were trained by a master-at-arms like your Sir Roderick. I don't imagine any of them have held a real sword before they came here. Oh. By the way, a raven just came. Your brother has woken up. Brandon's alive. He's going to live. He's going to live! Oh, sorry about your nose, Gren. My brother Rob used the same move on me. I can show you how to block it next time. Wanted to be here when you saw it for the first time. I'm heading out this morning. You're leaving? So soon? I'm first ranger. There's been strange reports. I'm ready. I won't let you down. You're not going. What? You're no ranger, John. But I'm better than everyone, better than no one. Here, a man gets what he earns, when he earns it. You're still a green boy of summer. You still have much to learn of winter and what it means to be a man of the Night's Watch. We'll talk when I return. Thank the gods you are here, Stark. It's about time we had some stern northern leadership. Glad to see you still protecting the throne. Sturdy old thing. How many kings have sat on it, do you think? And how's that saying go? The king sits, and the hand wipes. Handsome armor you've got. Not a scratch on it. I know, people have been swinging for years, but they always seem to miss. You've chosen your opponents wisely, then. I have a knack for it. Must be strange for you, coming into this room. I was standing right here when it happened. He was very brave, your father. Your brother, too. And you just stood there and watched. 500 men just stood there and watched. 500 men. And this room was silent as a crypt. Except for the screams, of course. And the Mad King laughing. When I watched the Mad King die, I remembered him laughing as your father burnt. It felt like justice. Is that what you tell yourself? That you're a servant of justice? That you were avenging my father's death when he shoved his sword in Aerys Targaryen's back? Tell me, Lord Stark, If I stabbed the Mad King in the belly instead of in the back, would you have admired me more? You served him well when serving was safe. Hate you, hate you. You're cool. Lord Stark! Really hate you. I was grievous sad to hear of your troubles on the King's Road. I pray for Prince Joffrey's recovery. It's a shame you did not pray for the butcher's son. I see you have arrived safely, Lord Stark. And you as well, Renly. Forgive me, but sometimes you look the very image of your brother. A poor copy, though much better dressed. Lord Renly spends more on clothing than half the ladies in the court. There are worse crimes. The way you dress, for one. I have hoped to meet you for quite some time, Lord Stark. No doubt Lady Catelyn has mentioned me. She has. I understand you knew my brother Brandon as well. Rather too well. I still carry a token of his esteem, from navel to collarbone. Perhaps you chose the wrong man to do with. It was not the man I chose. It was Catelyn Tully. A woman worth fighting for, I'm sure you'd agree. Grand Maester Pycelle, I trust you are well. Well enough for a man of my years. Perhaps we may begin, my lord. I fear I shall fall asleep if we wait much longer. We are but 5. Perhaps we had best wait for the king and Sir Barristan to join us. Our good King Robert has many cares. He entrusts some small matters to us to lighten his load. What Lord Varys means is that all this royal business bores my brother to tears. He does send a command from time to time. Send him into Robert's folly, and to do this in my name. Gods be good. What Lord Eddard means is that His Grace instructs us to host a grand tournament in honor of his appointment as Hand of the King. Oh, goody. How much? 40,000 gold dragons to the champion, 20,000 to the runner-up, 20,000 to the melee winner, 10,000 to the winning archer. Will the treasury bear the expense? I shall have to borrow the money. No doubt the Lannisters will accommodate. We owe Lord Tywin 3 million gold dragons. What matter another 100,000? Are you claiming that the crown is 3 million gold in debt? I am telling you the crown is 6 million in debt. The Lannisters are the biggest part of it, but we've also borrowed from the Tyrells, the Iron Bank of Bravos. Aerys Targaryen left the treasury flowing with gold. How could you let this happen? The Master of Coin finds the money. The king and the hand spend it. I refuse to believe Jon Arryn allowed Robert to beggar the realm. Lord Arryn was a prudent man, but I fear his grace does not always listen to wise counsel. Counting coppers, he calls it. I will speak to his grace. This tourney is an extravagance the realm cannot afford. Speak to him as you will. Still, we had best make our plans. There will be no plans until I've talked to Robert. Forgive me, my lords. I am tired. Let us call a halt and resume when we are fresher. You are the king's hand. We serve at your pleasure. You're going the wrong way, Stark. Your wife is waiting for you. My lady wife is in Winterfell. Is she? You brought me all this way to take me to a brothel? Your wife is inside. You're a funny man. Very funny man. My lord, no, he speaks the truth. Stay out of... Sir Roderick? Then, now, your lady wife awaits you upstairs. Catelyn is truly here? Starks. Quick tempers. Slow minds. Ned! I thought you'd never come. Cat, what happened? Is it Bran? It is Bran, but not as you think. You're hurt, my lady. Who did this to you? Let me tell it all, my love. It was one night, a few days after you had left. Lewin and Roger were on about some appointments. My lady, blah, 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 some appointments, blah, blah. My son lies broken, dying, Lewin. But, my lady, Blah, 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 blah. I don't think that's what I actually said.
No interruptions, please. Fortunately, Rob volunteered to take care of the cause's affairs when suddenly the library caught fire.
Suddenly there's a fire!
Oh no!
Mother, stay here! I will return when the fire is out.
Fire? Was anyone hurt? No, thank the gods. It turns out the fire was a diversion because a mysterious stranger came to Bran's chambers. He kept saying,
You weren't supposed to be here. No one was supposed to be here.
he was an assassin sent to kill Bran.
It's a mercy. He's dead already.
No, you can't.
You weren't supposed to be here.
My hands got cut trying to fight him off. But if it weren't for the dire wolf, it could have been worse.
Bran's wolf saved his life? But who would wish him dead?
I believe the answer to that question lies in this knife. The assassin had it with him. The dagger is Valyrian steel, the hilt dragon bone.
It's too fine a weapon for a common cutthroat, but there's no way to know who's the true owner, with the assassin deceased and his secrets with him.
May I see the knife? Ah, yes, a fine blade. Nothing holds an edge like Valyrian steel. And as it happens, I know the person who owns this knife.
You do?
How? Because it's mine.
You? But you were never at Winterfell.
Or rather, it was, to be precise, until the tourney of Prince Joffrey's name day. I bet on the Kingslayer, but when Sir Loras unhorsed him, I lost the bet, and the winner took my knife.
Who?
Tyrion Lannister, the imp.
Why should Tyrion Lannister wish Bran dead?
The imp would have never acted alone.
If the Queen had a hand in this, or the King, no, I will not believe that.
Most likely he did not know. Our good King Robert is practiced at closing his eyes to things he'd rather not see. The accusation is treason either way. If you can find proof, however,
We have proof. We have the dagger.
the imp will no doubt say it was lost or stolen. My advice is throw that dagger in the river and forget it was ever forged.
If you truly believe that, then you are as much a fool now as when you took up a sword against my brother.
You wound me deeply. I always found you Starks a tiresome lot, but for Cat's sake I shall try my best to help. I told Peter my suspicions about the blade, and he's promised to help you find the truth. A fool's task, admittedly, but I could never refuse a wife anything.
I will never forget the help you gave me, Peter. In our time of need, you've been a true friend.
Best not tell anyone. I have spent years convincing everyone I'm wicked and cruel.
Somehow I don't believe that. My lady, I want you to return to Winterfell. If there was one assassin, there could be others. Call on our bannermen and have them fortify our defenses. Also, keep an eye on Theon Greyjoy. If there is a war, we shall need his father's fleet.
War?
It will not come to that. Remember why he came here, my love. If I find proof the Lannisters murdered Jon Arryn,
If? What then, my love?
when I know the truth, I must go to Robert and pray he is still the man I knew, and not the man I fear he has become.
Yes, it's been a long time, but I still remember every face. You remember your first?
Of course, Your Grace.
Who was it?
It's Hiroshi.
How'd you do it?
Lance through the heart.
Quick one. Lucky for you. Mine was some tarly boy at the Battle of Summerhall. He came running at me, this dumb, high-born lad. I knocked him down with my hammer. Gods, I was strong then. Caved in his breastplate.
Stood over him.
Hammer in the air. Right before I brought it down, he shouted, Wait! Wait! They never tell you how they all saw themselves. They don't put that part in the songs. Stupid boy. He could have lingered at the edge of the battle with the smart boys, and today his wife would be making him miserable. His sons would be ingrates, and he'd be waking 3 times a night to whiz into a bowl of wine. Lancel. Gods, what a stupid name.
It's empty, Your Grace.
What do you mean it's empty?
There's no more wine.
Is that what empty means? So, get more. Tell your cousin to get in here. Kingslayer, get in here. Surrounded by Lannisters. Every time I close my eyes, I see their blonde hair and their smug, satisfied faces. So come on, we're telling war stories. Who was your first kill, not counting old men?
One of the outlaws in the Brotherhood. I was there that day. You were only a squire. You killed Simon Toyne with a counter riposte. Best move I ever saw. Good fighter, Toyne, but he lacked stamina.
You're outlaw. Any lost words?
I cut his head off, so no.
What about Aerys Targaryen? What did the Mad King say when you stabbed him in the back?
I never asked. He said the same thing he had been saying for hours. Burn them all.
I hate them all. The Queen, the Hound, the Prince, and Sansa. Go away!
Arya, open the door. We need to talk.
May I come in? Whose sword is that?
Mine.
Give it to me. I know this maker's mark. This is Micken's work. Little ladies shouldn't play with swords.
I wasn't playing, and I don't want to be a lady.
Do you know the first thing about sword fighting?
Sticking with the pointy end?
That is the essence of it, I suppose.
I was trying to learn. I asked Micah to practice with me. I asked him. And Nymeria, she was only protecting me. But I had to throw stones at her to get her to go away, or else they would have done to her what they did to Micah. It's my fault what happened. It's my fault.
No, sweet one. Grieve for your friend, but never blame yourself. That murder lies at the Hound's door, and the cruel woman he serves.
I hate them. The Queen and Joffrey, they lied. And Sansa lied too.
We all lie. Arya, Sansa is your sister, and you are a Stark of Winterfell. You know our words.
Winter is coming.
The hard, cruel times. When the snows fall and the cold winds blow, the lone wolf dies, but the pack survives. I don't want to frighten you, but I won't lie to you either. We have come to a dangerous place. We cannot fight a war amongst ourselves. Go on, take it. It's yours.
I can keep it for true.
For true. Try not to stab your sister with it.
Here.
If you're going to own a sword, you best learn to wield it.
The next day. You are late, boy. Tomorrow you will be here at midday.
Who are you?
Your dancing master. Tomorrow you will catch it. Now pick it up. That is not the way, boy. You will take the sword in one hand.
It's too heavy.
It is heavy as it needs to be to make you strong and for the balancing.
What if I drop it?
The steel must be part of your arm. Can you drop part of your arm? No. 9 years Ciro Forel was first sword to the Sea Lord of Bravos. He knows these things. You must listen to him, boy.
I'm a girl.
Boy, girl, you are a sword. That is all. Just so. That is the grip. Now the stance. You are skinny. That is good. The target is smaller. Left-handed. That is also good. Everything is reversed. Just so. Now you will try to strike me. Remember, this is not the iron dance of Westeros. Hacking and hammering. This is the Bravo stance. The water dance. It is swift and sudden. Now we begin.
Ha!
Yeah. Ah, dead. Ah, dead. Ah, very dead. Again.
He's brave as a lion. He's as strong as an ox. He's the star of the next chapter. He's me, Sir John.
Hey, you're not a knight. You've been exiled. Don't listen to him. I'm the star of the next chapter. No, I am.
Hold on. No, I am. Children, settle down. We're all the stars in the next chapter. Cripples, bastards, and broken things. Hold on just a moment. There's no mention of the beloved Khaleesi.
Nor is there any reference to me in the title or the grand tournament with all the noble lords and ladies.
No, who's spoiling the plot? Whoops, we're out of time.